I think this is where I owe, and I want to sincerely apologize to everybody in the chat, and I want to apologize to everybody in Discord. This is where I've been lacking, right? Because at times while I'm consumed with trying to stream and content, and it feels easy just to hit Wack, and yeah, it's a 45 minute segment, but like I'm losing sometimes the core and the heart of the chat in what they're saying. Like, nah, that's not what we want right now. Like, I get it. You're on for 4 hours and you're trying to get through the 5th hour hitting Wack, but there's more engaging content.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, The Answer, man. Yeah, you heard that right. So is Act gonna not bring Wack on as much or at all? They got a pretty good thing going right now, but the chat seems to have a problem with how much Wack is on the platform, and he's apologizing for that. So we're gonna get into the stream here where the dude AJ was calling Wack out and calling Ack out. And I'm gonna try to add some clarity from covering this for a couple years and be objective about it. And then y'all can let me know what y'all think. Let's get to it.
Wack also sent a message in the text. He said, yo, our streamer's gonna be good. Like, yo, nothing gonna be good. Like, nothing gonna happen. So Aiden is not banned from LA. Wack 100, who is one of the top Pirus, top dudes out of there. Everybody know. He is
top Piru. Why are you lying like that, bro?
Bro, bro. Come on.
Ack says who? Ack, what has Wack done? On some real shit, like I don't got a problem with Wack. What has he done? Like, what has he done to make him a top Pyro Ack?
Nigga, Wack is one of everybody. Let me test.
So like even Adam's calling that nigga a liar to his face, bro. The nigga lies. Like, he's not like that, bro.
It's gonna be real interesting to see how Ack handles this Wack slander. You know he rock with him. You know they talk. They probably got business dealings that we're not quite aware of. So how is he going to handle this while not getting under the skin of his chat, who apparently is having a problem with Wack pulling up, even though we all know most people love the content. It's going to be entertaining. But you're going to hear Ack touch on this later in the stream as well.
If you go to LA, there's a few you got to check in. Big U was one of them, but he's locked up.
Okay, I give you that.
Wack 100, you gotta.
Ack, I've never heard nobody say I'm going to LA and check on Wack.
Stop it.
Never heard that.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ack.
Yo, here's the thing. You
show me that check that on Wack. I give you $1,000 right now.
I don't know necessarily check. All right, hold on. Let's not say checking because you know what I mean. My man Wack don't do no extortion. But check this out. Yo, you know back in 2017 when the whole thing happened with the Migos with our show, me and Joe Budden, Everyday Struggle were there, and that happened at BT Awards. That was in LA, right? When that happened, you know who called me expeditiously? Because I think the Migos reached out to him, and because he's the big Paru out of LA, he was trying to figure out what's what.
Trolling.
No, I'm serious. I talked to him at the airport. I talked to him. Well,
correct. Act. That don't mean act. That means he has connections. I don't mean he's tough. He's done nothing to nobody. Act.
The boy AJ is lighting Ack up right now. We're gonna see if he's gonna make a comeback. The thing about all this, from covering this for a few years now, I have become aware that many of the moves that Wack makes are calculated way in advance. I've seen it firsthand. And Wack also knows he's going to get this reaction from people, which keeps him in the algorithm. But yet and still, they still kind of go for it.
Act, 1 minute he's saying loose skin is his man's, and he's seen him do it. He's dubbed this, that, and third. Next minute, he turned on him and put him in jail. Like, yo, Act, bro, he tells a lot of fibs, and it sounds good, but, bro, it's not true. Like, he's a liar, bro. Like, he's a liar. I got no problem with him, but like,
what?
Not tough.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I hear people say so many things about Wack. They're like, he's a police. My thing, and here's my challenge to anybody, because I hear certain people like he's a police. So prove to me he's a police.
He is.
But
Ack, he showed you his badge.
Once again, this is the exact reaction that Wack is expecting. Now, what people may not be taking note of is to go from internet buzz on Clubhouse during the pandemic when a lot of celebs is coming on, Wack calling them out, they getting into it, it's going viral. To go from that to establishing a strong presence on Clubhouse, which a lot of people may not know, but there's a strong presence on Clubhouse called The 100 Side, runs topics, it's been going 24 hours a day for years now. And then to parlay that into appearances on Akademiks regularly, Vlad, a No Jumper show, he's been on Cam Capone, Bag Fuel, many other platforms. So in this new world we living in with the clout chase and the attention is king and the attention is the new currency, if you are getting the buzz and are in the algorithm, that is going to convert to dollars if you know how to do it. It doesn't take, and God forbid you got some talent, but just the buzz will create opportunities that weren't there before because you top of mind for people. Add to that on most videos, I don't say it as much anymore because it's a given, but 90+% of it is entertainment. 10% or less is real. There are situations that do have to be dealt with in real life because of this internet stuff, but 90% of it is all stage. It's WWE, man. Nobody wants to go to jail. Nobody's trying to commit a crime. Everybody trying to get to the bag. And they trying to get as close to that line without going over. They don't want to go over the line. Let's get back to it.
Hey, you said out your mouth, anybody that beef with him go to jail.
No, because he outsmarts. Hold on. Wack's a street. No one is smart enough to get Wack to admit to street crimes. Put it like this. If I'm a street and we beefing and I could get you to like I start debating or arguing with you and you start showing that whatever and then your house get raided and you go to jail, you're just dumb. Yes.
Hey, that's not street. You want to get up with Wack? Don't want to get up with nobody. Who's Wack gotten up with? Wack? He owes 21 Savage a fee. Wack, he said he's gonna get up with 21 Savage. Why
Wack
you never got up with him?
Drop the address of 50,000 times.
He said he's gonna get up with 21 Savage. Why you never got up with him?
Well, he hasn't been in Atlanta, and those are both my guys.
Smart act. It's a business decision. He said he's gonna get up with Meek Mill. Why has he never got up with Meek Mill yet? He said he's gonna get up with man Fades.
I don't know.
Your boy Doug and T Grizzly though.
Y'all don't think Wack ducking no T Grizzly, do y'all?
For sure.
Man, you know the chat not really with Ack and they be mad at you calling him because he dissed the chat.
So I had eyes on his girl. You know what I'm saying? He's talking crazy. He wasn't even with his girl. Niggas could have did it to her. You know what I'm saying? I could have got some girls to go do it to her that day. You know what I'm saying?
Now we all know that next time Ack talks to Wack, this conversation is gonna come up. And if old boy wants a response to AJ dude, you mention R&B, that's going to bring the dogs out. We know this. So it's going to be interesting. I'll bring it to y'all. It's going to be interesting to hear what Wack say when he addressed this. I think he probably would have brushed a lot of this aside. I don't know. I'm speculating. He make his own moves. I'm not in his head. But I do think lately he is not taking the bait. He's not giving people free clips, free 30 seconds, free 3 minutes to put up on their YouTube and monetize it because he went off on some or crashed out on somebody. He's very selective now. He don't even waste his time with that, trust me. But if you mention R&B, that might buy a ticket to the show. So we're gonna see.
Do y'all think that Wack, I feel like people been waiting for Wack to catch a L. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was watching the No Jumper podcast. I was kind of shocked how much Adam was just like, yo, bro, yo, Wack, I'm not buying half the no more. And I was very shocked by it because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think some people be like, yo, Ack, are you playing stupid? Listen,
Ack, you're playing stupid.
No, I take Wack on face value. Wack to me is entertaining. Like he's entertaining. And when I call Wack, it's prime content. And I take it as that. I think Adam was on some Adam was pressing Wack on his last episode like, you're a liar. And I was like, wow.
He is though,
Yeah, that last episode with Adam, not the last two, the one before that with the Max B conversation. Even his last one was a little touchy. But that Max B thing, I called that out. That's on the channel. And I thought Adam was a little out of pocket. And then Wack was taking it there too. And it just didn't seem like a good working relationship. Now, if they talked about it behind the scenes and said, we just gonna run it up, it worked. But on the surface, it looked like it was something more to it. You know what I mean? And it had people questioning whether the show was going to really continue after that. But they bounced back. They back doing their thing. But yeah, I noticed that too. Let's get back to it.
Having people like Wack on your platform.
Wait, what do you lie about? What do you lie about? We gotta ask these questions.
He said T Grizzly was a snitch. He said he would put up bread. You don't agree, T Grizzly? I got 50,000. Oh, I got the paperwork. What's up, T Grizzly? Word? I got my 200,000 to your 10,000. Let's lock it.
Okay.
Don't want to do it. He just makes a million excuses.
No,
You
I'll
don't
say
put
this.
Churn.
No, I'll say
You
this.
don't put Churn like that if you don't got facts,
I'll say this. The T Grizzly is the first time I've seen Wack kind of like, it didn't look the best. I'm going to be honest. But in every other situation.
Yo, Act. And that's why I say, like, you be like trolling with him. Act, you think he chased Future in the airport, Ciara, and there's no footage at all? Come
Chad, y'all all heard the story. Wack and Big U caught Future and Ciara at TSA, and he chased into the jet bridge, bro. Come on now.
Act. After 9/11, nobody going into. You don't think they got that? You don't think that would be out? Come on, Act. He is a liar, though, Act. When you're lying.
Okay, tell me something else he lied.
Like, his credibility is shot, bro.
All right, hold on. All right, tell me something he lied about.
Just told you two things. Literally told you two things, Act. The Future and T Grizzly. Lying, bro. Like, he's just flat lying. He got on your stream and said Meek Mill got held at gunpoint at the concert. Now he says that he never said that.
Did he say
that's three things right there?
No, that was Loose Cannon that said that.
And a Wack came on here and vouched the story. So that's true. He said that's facts. I have the clip. He said it's facts. And now he says it's not true. And he was lying, but credibility is everything. If you lie one time, you're the same thing you get on Meg for. Why are we not getting on Wack for?
All right, y'all. This whole Loose Cannon thing, I'm not sure at what point Wack thought Loose was a snake. But what I do know is he was aware of a video Loose made 3-4 years ago, a while ago, before they linked up, years before, where he was calling Wack out and calling him all type of fake blood, or everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Wack ever bought into Loose being his right-hand man, or once somebody has that sentiment, you know, and then the enemy of my enemy doesn't make you my friend. So Loose used to rock, as you know, with Big U, do a lot of things for him. If you know, you know, right? And when he fell out with Big U, he gets with somebody else who fell out with Big U. Those things usually don't go right. When enemies hook up and go against somebody else, a lot of times them two fall out. So I'm not sure how much he bought into the whole Loose Cannon partnership thing. And it's on the channel. So if you want to listen, if you feel like he got duped, like he thought Loose was good and he wasn't, maybe. But just remember, Loose made it clear on the internet years ago that he couldn't stand Wack. And Wack was aware of that and called it out. So you be the judge.
I think this is where I owe, and I want to sincerely apologize to everybody in the chat, and I want to apologize to everybody in Discord. This is where I've been lacking, right? Because at times while I'm consumed with trying to stream and content, and you know, it feels easy just to hit Wack, and yeah, it's a 45 minute segment, but like I'm losing sometimes the core and the heart of the chat in what they're saying. Like, nah, that's not what we want right now. Like, I get it. You're on for 4 hours and you're trying to get through the 5th hour hitting Wack, but there's more engaging content.
All right, y'all. I feel like a response gonna come to this. Either gonna call Act privately or on live, but I do think it's gonna get addressed, especially clarifying whether or not Wack is gonna be frequently appearing on the show anymore, or is he gonna yield to the chat and be like, well, y'all don't want him, I'm severing ties. We definitely gonna see, man. It was an interesting conversation. And like I said, I'm infinitely familiar with all the inner workings. And I just want to see how Akademiks is going to navigate this without violating the relationship that they've built. So let me know what y'all think, man. Appreciate all the support. Till next time, it's your boy, The Answer. We out.